Like an echo, like a fucking echo pedal, I could like say that shit. Teddy James.
Teddy Jameson.
Good. Yes. Alright. Hi everyone.
Hey Teddy.
People call me Teddy. My good friends though, they don't call me at all. So hopefully by the end of the night, everyone here, I will be able to be considered a good friend. So I invited my friends out. It might be apparent. But I did tell them one thing only. Only laugh if it's funny. Only laugh if it's humorous. But if I know my friends and how much they support me, they're probably gonna leave soon. So, I want to start off the set by tackling some controversial topics that are at the forefront of everyone's mind. Really hot topic items. Fuck grapefruit. That was a statement, not a command. But, if you, I don't really care what you do in your spare time, so have at it. But, fuck grapefruit. I've seen the way people eat grapefruit before, okay? My parents don't think I watch them eat breakfast every morning, but I do. They put sugar on top of it. Isn't that a little fucked up? Isn't that really fucked up? Isn't the point of eating fruit is that it's already sweet? You know it's shitty when you have to add more of something further in a food in order for it to be edible. It's equivalent of being like, oh, my fucking knife is dull. I know, I'll attach a bayonet to it so I can use it. Stupid, man. Fuck seahorses. Let me ask you this, when's the last time you've ever seen a seahorse? When's the last time you've ever even thought about a seahorse? What do seahorses do? Do they even do anything? Pandas don't do anything, but at least they're endangered. I like a good endangered species, you know? It really adds a certain spice, urgency to their existence. But there was no Save the Seahorse campaign. Every minute, a seahorse in the ocean is currently doing nothing. Just like it was the minute before, and just like it will be doing the minute after. I think the main thing that really pisses me off is the name, seahorse. That would imply that they're kind of like a normal horse, just more underwatery. You can't ride seahorses. You can't. Fuck the unit of measurement called a baker's dozen. Fuck a baker's dozen. For those of you who do not know what a baker's dozen is, it is basically a regular dozen plus 1. 13 instead of 12. But let's take a look at it. Baker has 2 syllables in it, yet there's only 1 item being added. There is more language here than there are baked goods. It's awful. I have a lot of grievances, got a lot of things to make me upset, but I try to handle it. Read this book, I'm currently reading this book, Mindfulness in Plain English. It is a meditation book. Basically, it teaches you how to meditate. Fun fact, meditation is 50% breathing, 50% thinking. So, it's not so hard. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Something like that. But the shitty thing is, when you sit there, you're supposed to have kind of like revelations or thoughts while you're in the midst of meditating. So far, I just have really shitty thoughts. How come jizz is a liquid and not a gas? If jizz were a gas, there would definitely be a porn star called the Fog Machine. What if Jesus were a shoemaker instead of a carpenter? Would his brand be called Yahweh's? A tornado full of breasts. Call that shit a titty twister. I'm working on meditating. I'm working a lot on it. I have a lot to improve on. But it's all good though, because the book itself, besides being like meditating, it's also like kind of like self-help and just kind of explaining shit. Right off the rip in the first chapter, it talks about how our own unhappiness is caused by our perception of the world. Basically, we chase after things that make us feel good. We flee from things that make us feel bad, and we do that constantly throughout our lives. And it's basically like this anxious race of unsatisfaction. I thought it was really interesting. Then I also think about, isn't that why we're here today? We were constantly fleeing towards good things and running away from bad things. We fled from disease and rain and lightning, and we were running towards shelter and warmth and fire and all that shit. So what is life? Is it just this constant struggle against our inner nature, trying to ascend and be someone different? I'm not sure, but I did have this one insight that kind of helped put things in perspective for me. Not too long ago, a couple years at most, I consumed a large amount of mushrooms, and then I masturbated to the Walmart logo because I thought I saw a boob. So I'm just going to say, maybe I'm not really qualified to have existential dread. Maybe I'm not really the right person to be thinking about these kind of thoughts. But I can't help it though. I'm a very curious person. I question the world around me constantly. How come buttholes don't get calluses? I see constant use. Doesn't make sense to me. I typed that question into Google. I was afraid of the results, but I was even more afraid of living in ignorance. What I found may shock you. Two things. Number one, don't use Google image search right after it. Don't use that one first. There's no helpful infographic. There's no pie chart. You're going to leave with more questions than you have answers. And number two, I'm going to put it in layman's terms, or really inaccurate terms because I'm not a doctor, but essentially, butt tissue is the same thing as mouth tissue. That's why your mouth doesn't get calluses. That's why your butthole doesn't get calluses. You know, there's like an ass-eating joke in there somewhere, but I really don't have the strength to dig it out, so I'll leave that for you. I don't like talking about buttholes, though. It makes me jealous. I was born with the wrong butthole. Let me explain. Did you know there are a certain number of people out there who can make a decent livelihood off of their butthole, either showing it through the internet or having people pay them in person to like poke and prod it. We're over here toiling away our lives, working some shitty dead-end job. Some person just fucking flips on the camera and like bends over, and then like cha-ching, they get like tokens or whatever the fuck. Money. Whatever it is. I wouldn't know. But they do that. I'm jealous. Like.
Okay, you say.
Don't lie. I'm jealous because I can't do that. No, I've never tried to monetize my party hole. Maybe that's possible. But I've seen it before. No one will pay me for what I have. Don't act like that. Don't look at me in disgust. I will not be judged for being human, alright? I set up a complex system of pulleys and mirrors and cameras, and I gazed into the abyss. And it winked at me. But it's alright though, I'm dealing with that. We all have our own strengths and weaknesses, you know. I I truly do believe each and every one of us have something to offer. I believe that. On the other hand, though, just because I believe it doesn't make it right. My beliefs are weak as fuck. They cannot even bench the bar. I'm not really a standing up for values kind of guy. I'm more of a sitting down for convenience. But even with that in mind, I like to think I have some convictions, some things that I kind of have belief in. I like to think I'm a feminist. I like to think I could be considered a feminist. I call lady cops alpha mams instead of officers. I feel like that's important. I'm not really for all the isms. I don't tolerate racism, sexism, ableism, what have you. I actually trademarked the phrase, isms causes schisms. Right now, I'm trying to work out a deal with Pepsi, get like a whole ad campaign started, you know, make some sweet money off of that. There's no ethical consumption under capitalism, but I still gotta eat. If anything, though, at the end of the day, if I have nothing else, I'm polite. I'm nice to people, try to treat them with respect and decency. There is such a thing as being too polite, though. That really does exist. Too polite. The other day, I held open an automatic door for someone. As soon as I did it, I looked at myself and I was like, oh no. What am I doing? Even the other person, they weren't thankful. They were just like, dude, come on, love yourself. You have to do this. It's not just me, though. A couple days ago, I was hanging out, a group of friends. One of them was sick, and he kept coughing, like that, probably. He kept coughing, but they kept apologizing for it. He kept saying, I'm sorry, I'm sick. And like, I thought it was interesting, because it's like an involuntary reaction, you know? So I just turned to him and was like, dude, how fucking dare you? Me and the other guys, we're talking about it in the group chat right now. We are lighting you up. Please leave. It was a friend from high school, but them some breaks. High school was an interesting time for me. It was a rough time, romantically. Did not date much. Could be a number of factors. I'm a shy person. I'm kind of naturally a shy person, so like, I don't like putting myself out there too much, even though I like standing on stage. But I didn't really have anyone like show me the ropes to be like, hey, this is like how you do it, you know? I didn't have that. I still have that mindset of like treating women as like different species, like different language, so like I couldn't talk to them at all. Maybe it was that. Maybe it was because I spent most of my free time perched atop of a stone pillar, performing powerful rituals on my dick, trying to turn it into a tentacle. I think it was the shyness thing. Definitely the shyness thing. I'm a shy person, I really am, but make this clear, I need to make this clear to everyone. I'm not an introvert. I'm not a fucking introvert. I hate that phrase so much. I got a little joke for you, first one of the night, actually. How do you spot an introvert? Don't worry, they'll tell you. I see it all the fucking time on news feeds or whatever. It's like, people are sharing these articles like, top 10 signs you're an introvert, top 10 things all introverts can agree on, people commenting below that like, yeah, that's so me. Like, that's it, I'm that person. It's like, who the fuck is this crack team of introverts writing all these articles? Like, is that a thing you do if you're introverted? I don't think so. If I were to write an article like that, top 10 signs that you're an introvert, number one would be not writing a fucking top 10 article about being an introvert. That shit would not be there. Even fucking worse. There's a new thing, it's new to me, at least. There's a new thing called ambiverts. Alright? Anyone heard of ambiverts?
It's like you're an introverted, extroverted, introvert.
Yeah, I like to call it being a normal fucking person. It's like, I mean, you're right, but it's like, Do you need to make a word for that? Sometimes I like talking to people, sometimes I don't. I'm an ambivert. I fucking get, like, the purpose of language, you make words, like, new labels and all that shit, but it's like, that, I didn't need to be a fucking word. It didn't need to exist.
Sounds like a condition.
Oh, jeez.
I've been ambivert for like 5 years.
I'm sorry. I'm getting riled up, guys. I just need to take a minute, like. Introverts. Extroverts. My good friend, Robert. Clearly, he's the best vert. It's bullshit. You're an introvert if you wear monochrome socks. You're an extrovert if you wear socks with SpongeBob hitting a bong on them. Actually, recently I've devised a system for organizing my socks. It was real chaotic before, real fucking tough shit, but after some research and after a lot of like fucking thinking about it, I nailed down a pretty good system. And I want to share it with y'all in the hopes that helps streamline your lives and help makes everything like, you know, a little bit easier. The way it works is like this. Black socks are the socks I wear, and white socks are the ones I jizz into. After that, like, my life just got a whole lot fucking better. A whole lot easier. Let me tell you something. If you're walking around in socks and it sounds like fucking bubble wrap being popped, you need to reevaluate your life real quick. I did. Well, pretty much that's all the material I got. I'm not sure if that was even 10 minutes, but I'm done.
Good. Got anything?